When you first come into the SmartTech application, it will tell you that it is the Smart HVAC Tech, or SmartTech for short, and it's a program that's been built to be used within an all-new maintenance approach to rooftop units and split air conditioning called analytics maintenance. When you first get there, you'll want to type in your email address and then create a password. And just a heads up, it gives you 30 days free to look around and kind of see how this whole thing works. You don't have to buy it. It doesn't ask for your credit card. So, it's a great way to see how service techs performing analytics maintenance will go about analyzing, diagnosing the BTU performance of your rooftop units and split air conditioning units, the efficiency ratings, and so forth. At this point, you come into the program, and I have a test property I set up, and then I have a play-like property I set up under a name. I'm going to actually do a new client. And when you hit new client with this button here, it's going to be commercial. And let's say this is First National Bank. If I can type. And Bill Smith, we'll say, is the contact's name. We put an address in there. The address, let's say, is 6701 South Wadsworth. And then if you'll put in a zip code, it will tell you that it's in Littleton, Colorado. It fills this in automatically, tells you what the elevation is, and tells you what that local utility rate is in that area. Now, this is important because this is a smart analytics program, and it goes and adjusts readings, diagnostics readings, and it runs reports in different manners. If it's at sea level or at 300 feet or 1530, whatever it is. So this is important, and it put it in there automatically for you. So I hit save, and so it brought me into First National Bank, Bill Smith, and now you'll notice it allows me to add a new system. By the way, it also shows you on the map where you are located, where this particular bank is located. So let's go in here and let's hit New System. And remember, this is for rooftop systems. And let's say they have a couple of split air conditioning. So let's go split. Or actually, no, let's say two rooftops. Rooftop unit, we'll say 1. And let's say it's a 12-ton, or let's say a 10-ton unit. It's whatever it is. And it's commercial package AC unit. And the cooling type is heating and cool. Heat type is, let's say, natural gas. The make, it's whatever you want to make it. Carrier. And then model, we'll say, is C123 A, B, C. It's whatever it is. And then serial number is, again, whatever it is. We'll put just a number in there. You've got different fan types, single speed, 2-speed, variable speed. We'll leave it on single. And it's 3 phases on the compressor. And this is all stuff that a technician that services rooftop units and split air conditioning would know how to get this information. A condenser is one phase on this particular unit. The evaporator fan, another term for that, is supply fan, is 3. So I hit save. And so now you have this unit right here that you can run a report. Rooftop unit 1, and we haven't run a report. Let's run one. Now, often, depending on the area that you're in and whether the available databases for temperatures are available, this will put in the temperature. But I just happen to know that today it's 83 degrees outside. You have 3 different kinds of report. A cooling report, which is going to tell you how well the unit's running from a how well it's removing heat out of the air, removing BTU. So it's a cooling report. An EER report is an efficiency report, how efficient your unit is running. It could be running, but not running efficiently, so you could do that report. And a heating report. So I'm going to go ahead and do a cooling report, and it gave me these pieces of information that I have to receive. If I wanted efficiency, it adds another row to it. but we're going to take that out. We're not going to do that. Let's say that the return wet bulb is, in this example, 57.9 degrees, and the supply, which is always cooler than the return, you're sending it out at about 48.3. Now, where would this information, how would you get it? How would the technician get it? That's a key. Well, they have a little probe they stick in front of the coil for one temperature and in back of the coil for the other one. And once they get it, they enter that in. We generate a report. And it says this is running pretty good. It's running right at the maximum CFM level, 4,000. It's a little lower on BTUs. The maximum is this 120. It's running at 111. So that's why it showed a little red. Overall, you're 93%. You're good shape. And then it's a 10-ton unit, and it's running like a 9.3-ton unit. Now, this is what you always want to remember, particularly if you're a property manager, even an owner of a property, kind of just looking at this app. It tells you that you're going to have no trouble with this unit. If you've got that thermostat set to 72, it's going to deliver all day long. At 93%, effectiveness, it's going to work just fine. When this drops down to maybe 60 or 50 or 70, somewhere in that range, it still means your unit's running, it's blowing cool air. It just means it's going to have to work like maybe not a 9-ton unit, but a 7-ton unit or a 6-ton unit. What does that mean? It means it has to run longer cycles, it uses more energy. And that's what this whole performance report is about, is for you to drill down on how well, how efficiently, how effective the unit's running. We know the unit's running, the compressors are turning, the supply fans are turning, the condenser fans are turning, everything's working, but how well is it working? In this example, it's working really well. And then if you want to generate a report, you can generate a report, and that will take you to the place where you basically make a decision exactly on what reports you want to email and so forth. And that's really as simple as it is. Now, there's some other things that can be done here. There's a system list. There is a report list that you can drill down to and go and find the different reports. You'll see that I've done some reports on another property called Resolute. That's an example where it came in at 72% performance. That means that you're having to work roughly 28% harder than it has to. Uses more energy. And this is the interesting thing is the compressors turn longer. The condenser fans blow longer. So it's not going to get the life that you would want. There's a place for settings, report settings, company settings, users, and so forth. And at the time that, if you're trying this out, there's a 30-day trial. At the time that you want to purchase it, you just add a credit card, and it will explain to you what your fees are and so forth, and you can buy it for yourself. So that's it. And we have 2 right now, and we could add another one if we wanted to, or we could go back into First National and add a second piece of equipment. We're not going to do that. That's a good enough demonstration to give you a good idea of what this program's about. So, if you're interested in analytics maintenance and a professional that knows how to use this, knows how to report to you, you can report, I would recommend once on cooling and then once on heating. You may have 4 visits under analytics maintenance and filter changes on every one and some of the normal maintenance that you do. But I would say at least one of the 2 cooling visits, do a performance using this Smart HVAC Tech. Once on your heating out of the 2 visits, do a performance and see how it's performing from a heating standpoint. And that's it. Smart HVAC Tech. It takes a tech who's already really good under the analytics maintenance program, and it makes them that much smarter.